Hey guys, RR Expert here. So for some reason it didn't record my voice. So I plugged in, plugged it out, plugged it in, but now it's working, hopefully. So when it wasn't recording, what I was saying is people are asking me about, can you do this under 1 minute? Absolutely. But you want to be in the trade fast, so you're going to look on the 15-second chart. Yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing is, what am I doing here? Okay, so I'm seeing these wicks. See this? This is an indication that the price might go up. I'm not saying the price is going to come here or here or here or here. That's not what I'm saying. But for these kinds of trades that we are doing and we are focusing on, the price can easily come here. Yeah? Look, if we take our risk to reward, I put this here, let me put this under here, and we put this here. You can see, it's not, look at the 1 hour chart. Yeah? I'm going to start all the way here, but you're going to look here on the 1 hour. Look, it's not even that much. See? So on the 1 hour chart, these moves, they're not even that big. So you have to internalize this. You're saying, hey, wait a minute, I'm looking at the 1 hour chart or 4 hour chart. And one of the things that we can use to increase our probability, so we're seeing wicks here, the hourly candle is going to open, and so we can expect a move up. And again, it does not matter for the price to come here or here or here. We're just doing these one-on-one. Yeah, one-on-one. And wait a minute, this is even more than one-on-one. Let me see. So one-on-one would be here. Yeah. You just look at how much the loss is, and then you just take the amount, and then that's your target. Yeah. What else did I say? Yeah, so the part that didn't record my voice was also, again, just looking at the higher time frames as well. You see here, starting from the 1 hour, wicks as well. Here is wicks as well, you know. So you have many confluences, many confluences. As always, guys, always looking at Bitcoin, gold, and I say these are my favorites. But you can look at any asset that you want. So if you would be late in the trade here, you would just wait for the retracement, and if there is an impulse here, you could enter here and then maybe attack these highs here. Yeah. So because I'm aiming for a long, I'm going to look for the impulse to the upside and not for the downside. This is where a lot of you people make the mistake. When you show me your videos and your screenshots, and then you go against the trend, this is what I'm seeing very often. I think you guys really need to focus on the trend instead of just going with your feelings, you know. See, gold, you can do a long here, but because it's right around the 9:30, you don't want to participate in this because it might do one more move to the downside. So, but this is like, again, a perfect example of you could do a long here. But keep in mind that this is a very big candle, and you're going to have a big stop loss. So two contradictions. It's around 9:30 and it's very big. But you can enter it, but have hard rules. Say wait a minute, candle is very big, stop loss. I'm gonna risk a lot, so don't do it. 9:30 is almost like in 1 minute. Not gonna do that. Yeah. And this is what I'm doing when I'm not recording. I always keep. So this is what I'm doing. So I'm saying I want to risk $100 for the day, but I'm gonna enter maybe with 75, and the remaining 25 when it might come close to my stop loss. Because, and I'm doing this, and this is more of a psychological thing. Why am I doing this? Because I know my what are they called, like my bad skills. I'm impatient, so I want to be in the trade, but I have very good risk management. Yeah, so I want to be in the trade. So instead of going in with 100, I'm gonna say I'm gonna end with 75, and then gonna do 25. You know what I mean? And so that way you can have a decent risk management. So now I'm gonna move my stop loss here. I don't want to risk all this money. But again, if you have questions about risk management, these kinds of things, just DM me, and these things are for free. I don't mind teaching you this. I can teach you this in 15 minutes. Okay. So I'm very lucky here, right, guys, because it's 9:30 opening. It could have done this and then gone up, or maybe gone up and not fill my order. But these are things to take in consideration. Let's go to gold. Let's see what gold is doing. Yeah, you see, good, we did not enter here. Let's go to NQ. You can see here, guys, a perfect example of me being very lucky. Yeah? You see all these wicks here? Yeah, it just screams want to go down now. When you go to the 1 hour, when I said we can go up here, so what was the logic? You see how we did a scalp here? You see this? And if you internalize this, you can do these small moves. These are small moves. Why? Because we're focusing on the 1 hour and 4 hour. Yeah. I don't know if this was recorded, but somebody asked me, can you do another trade on the by looking at the 1 hour? So that's the reason why I did a trade here. Yeah. But again, sorry, I don't know what is recorded and what's not recorded. But you see this? So although we did a long here, and we never claimed it, I think that was recorded, that part. I never claimed the price is going to come here. I'm never claiming I know the bias. We're just looking short term. That's what we're doing here. Yeah? And try to learn this, guys. Observe this. Not 1 day, not a week, a month, maybe 6 months, maybe a year. Yeah? But don't waste your time on gaps, midnight open, 8:30 open, end dogs, and this is all nonsense. It doesn't work, man. Somebody commented he was trading ICT for 5 years. It's on my channel. I don't know which video it is, but he said, I studied ICT for 5 years, and now he's suddenly here, And I wish you the best, man. I hope you find some truth to trading. Okay, let's look, guys. See, this is very tempting to go long here. But again, 9:30. You don't want to be involved in these moves. But with paper trading, go in. If this is paper trading, just practice. It's about internalizing the method. Don't look at these gaps. They don't mean anything. I mean, we have like 1, 2, 3 gaps here. In one of ICT's videos, he said, if it comes above equilibrium, well, because that's premium and that's where the price will go down. Again, not happening here, you know. And I hear this a lot from students. I ask them, so why not this gap? And they always say this. They put a Fibonacci on here, boom, and they say, I'm going to wait till the price comes here. So, and what I'm arguing is, no, the move has already happened. The move started here, guys. This is where the move started here. Yeah. How do we know this? You don't. We know this now in hindsight. Yeah. Now you might argue that this was the real premium discount, you know, and I can justify every trade by doing this, you know. Don't believe this, guys. This is nonsense, man. Then I can argue this. No. Yeah, so why did the price go up here? It did not even tap into the half of it. Yeah. So don't make yourself crazy with these things. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like it wants to attack this low here. And when it does, some people might want to look for a long according to ICT. Again, if you're ICT students, you can comment. And don't forget, maybe I'm missing something. And I'm saying it's going to attack this, but it could also make a double bottom, you know. All these things, they happen. Sometimes it does not attack this. And we're just observing it. We're not saying, hey, look how good I am. You like those, I call them maniacs, Bitcoin maniacs, who pretend to know where the price is going to go. You know, seeing a strong up move. Want to participate in this. Again, don't look at the amount. Sometimes you want to risk more to make these scalps. It's not about the amount. This is irrelevant. And you see, I'm not waiting for this to be attacked. I'm just looking at it, because I can justify, if this is going to be a loss, I can say, yeah, shit, man, I should have waited. You know, it should take sell side. These are these terms people are all mentioning now. I'm just going to close the trade because it's risky, you know, when it does that. And again, it's not one-on-one, absolutely not. Don't look at the price. But you're not going to risk 800 on here. You might risk 30 or 40, because the whole thing of this model is that you, in the beginning, you're going to do one trade to build confidence. And then after 6 months, 1 year, when you internalize all this stuff, you're going to do 5 trades, 6 trades. Yeah? If you look on my channel, I have live recordings of me doing 6 trades, 7 trades, 4 trades, 5 trades. And sometimes there is a loss. I'm showing that, I'm showing everything. Yeah. And so, again, don't look at the amount. That's not what we do here. Never claiming you're going to make a 500 a day or 1,000 a day. Yeah? I know some of my thumbnails are cringe, I know. But it's really hard to get into this space while millions of people are doing this. So I apologize for this. You know, I don't want to make these clickbait thumbnails. But it's really hard getting in this saturated space. And so when I was journaling, because this is something that pops up a lot. So we entered here. And so what we journal is we said, okay, it went to our take profits. But then you also journal, but where does the price go after I took my profits? And why is this important? Is because then you can conclude the amount of percentage when it comes to probability. Yeah? And this mean what does this mean? It means that if you're always seeing, or let's say 90%, you're seeing that your entries go to 1 to 2, then you're going to aim for 1 to 2, because it's like a scientific research that you've done, you know. So you're writing that down. If you're not writing it down, you cannot know the probabilities of your trade. Yeah? And this is not a secret. This is what the smart money, smart people are doing, not smart money. What smart people are doing. And so I write this down. I said, okay, entered here. I took money, it was not one-on-one, but it went to my profit, take profit, and then I'm just going to observe this, what this is doing. Again, so I'm writing it down. So I said TP was, it was not one-on-one, but let's say it was 1 on 0.6. Where does price go? And we could argue here, this. It goes to 2.73. Yeah? And you write this down every day. You see how simple this is? But you refuse to do this. Okay, let's focus. Again, I'm just going to speak my thoughts here. If the price makes a good retracement, so in this case, because we're applying a model, if the price might come in these areas and you still think the price is going to go long, you're going to enter. Yeah? For a long and not for a short. Let me know, guys, if you don't like or like the longer videos. If you want to see me do more trades, the downside of that is that the video is going to be longer. Let me know in the comments what you prefer, okay? I also appreciate the comments. And if you don't like the videos, let me know, but be constructive, you know. Don't I delete all the comments where people just yell and do name callings and all that stuff. So here now, I'm going to adjust what I wrote here. I deleted it, but you see, can do this. I'm going to write down, okay, so now it went to 3.04. Yeah, and you journal this. And then when you're done with trading, you keep this in a Excel sheet. Don't do it in words, but Excel is really good for these kinds of things. So look at this, guys. You see these wicks here? I'm not thinking ISTO equal highs, you know? That's not what I'm thinking. I'm seeing wicks. So if the price comes around these areas, you know, and the price might reverse here. You don't know that, but this is what I'm looking at. Yeah, same here, you know, that's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at anything else, just candles. None of this conspiracy stuff about openings and closing, unless it's a candle. There is no kill zone, there is no midnight open, there is no 8:30 open. There's only a 9:30 open, obviously, because then the equities open. But let me see. Okay. Again, big stop loss. It's not going to be one-on-one. You see, so this is the downside. I'm talking with you guys. This is the downside of talking. So this is not what you should be doing. This is not one-on-one. But if I would aim for here, yeah, the probability is going to be lower. And this is for educational purposes only. Gonna go short here again, and then move my stop loss a bit. Let me see, 560. And if you look at this, for example, here, this is somebody taught me this. So we have a high, low, and a higher high, and then the price go down, and it taps into this for a short. So that's what ICT would call a breaker. Yeah. But I have many students who do this and then the price goes up. So instead of creating all these, with all respect, things that don't work, just look at these candles. And it does seem like the price want to go down here somewhere, you know. I'm not saying this is the place. Maybe it's going to be here or here or here. Yeah. And you have to imagine, if you would always know where the price is going to go, then we would all be billionaires. Yeah, so that's not going to happen. Sometimes you're going to lose money. And again, I keep this in mind. You see this? It didn't even attack this low, but it just keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going. Now, don't tell me you cannot do a scalp here. What is this nonsense of kill zones and waiting for Asia highs and lows? I don't know, man. I just don't believe in that stuff. See what I'm doing, guys? I'm just taking some money. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even have to hit the target. Yeah? We did a trade here along. Or where was it? Somewhere here. Then again here. And then we said, hey, this might be, let's just call it resistance, okay? Let's just call it resistance in these areas here, because on the higher time frame, we are seeing these wicks. And again, I don't know where exactly you have to go short, but it doesn't matter, you know. It doesn't matter, because we're scalping. We're not saying the price is going to go now, here and then our stop loss is going to be above this high. And again, guys, I'm not advising you to trade around 9:30. Don't do this. With paper trading, go ahead, you know, and be familiar if you have time. But get familiar with what I'm doing here, and forget all other nonsense. You know, stop wasting your time on all these labels and things people are making up. You see here, 1 hour, huh? You see this gap here comes into it. We are seeing an impulse to the upside. We could argue it attacked this low. You know, look how big the stop loss has to be, man. So you enter here immediately, or you might gamble halfway. But most my students who are doing ICT are doing this, and then here, look, this is one-on-one. Well, what is that? Look at this. You see what I'm saying, guys? You want to be in these moves, right? Not in these moves, one-on-one. I don't even know why you guys enter in 1 hour. I don't. Just, but explain things to me. Yeah? I want to learn from you guys as well. Here, another example. I'm not saying the price is going to go long, but just as an example, you see these wicks being created, and here as well. So this is a contradiction. But observe these things, man. Don't believe me. Observe them, and come to your own conclusions. Hey, remember when I said when you're going to do a trade and it's doing this, and then you get barely stopped out? That means do not let go of your model, because sometimes it does this. Yeah, really. Yeah. Look, this is a difficult one, you know. So when it's doing this, price can go up and down. You know, you have to be careful with this. But again, look how many points these are. Look here. Look at the price here. This is why I love Nasdaq. So 75, and then see here. Again, when it comes to psychology, I'm not now thinking shit. I should have stayed in the trade. It doesn't even come in my mind. I'm already looking for other things, you know. So even if it doesn't move up here now, don't go long because of everything I explained, you know, with these wicks and higher time frames. But there is a chance for the price to come up here when it does this, but you're not going to do it. Yeah. So you have to have confirmation on the higher time frames. And these are things that you're going to understand over time, you know. It's like all of my ICT students, they're like master in ICT. They know everything. They have everything on their charts, but for some reason it doesn't work for them, you know. They have many losses. With this model, the learning process is the same, you know. You dive into it, you internalize most of it, and then you're going to see these things, you know. And they're not this hocus pocus kind of conspiracy things that have always been hidden for us. It has always been the same thing. Yeah? Keeping it simple, looking at these candles and the behaviors of these candles. And it seems like, if the price does want to go up here, it seems like these wicks, yeah, so it made another wick here, a very long one. It seems like as if the price does want to go long, short term. Yeah. So when I keep repeating this because I get a lot of DMs, so sorry if I'm bothering you with this. And I really appreciate when you listen so long to my maybe boring voice, but I keep repeating this. You know, don't fight the trend, you know. Don't fight the trend. And also don't worry about thinking the price is going to go here. Yeah? These are the things that we're looking for. Look, and we're seeing a move up, and let's say you would enter here and you have a tight stop loss, and then not even two, but 1 and 1. This is what we're doing here. And if the price, and if it goes to your target, it then goes down, it doesn't matter. You get some money, you know. So again, we're going to adjust something in our journal because we entered here, and you're going to say, again, it went to my target, but we're already at this risk to reward. Yeah. Just waiting for the 4-hour candle to open, and then we're going to apply that model as well, you know. So we did one on the 1-hour candle, and we're going to wait, and we're going to try to find a setup on the 4-hour candle. Okay, guys? And I'm just showing you here, you know, and you can say, wow, perfect. Oh, and the wicks stayed above it, yeah? But it also went below it, yeah? So where do you put your stop loss, yeah? Think about this, guys. Think about this. Don't forget about these things. And the same here, you know, it tapped into it, and then it tapped into it again. How do you know it's going to tap into it and then go up again? You don't know, yeah? But I mean, you might increase your chances by looking at what I'm saying, and maybe you can combine these two things. I don't believe in this. I'm just looking at these candles. But maybe you could say, wait a minute, we have a gap and another gap, but we also have wicks. You know, maybe you can combine these two. But in my opinion, this is when you add stuff, it's going to increase the difficulty of the trade. And because then you're going to say, wait a minute, I'm going to look for this wicks. I'm going to look at time. I'm going to look for breakup structure. So you're going to create all these criterias, and then the move has already happened. Yeah? Let me see what the price is doing here. So this is around the close, close and open. And you're seeing this black candle just going down. And because I'm talking too much, let me focus a bit, because it seems like maybe a short here. Yeah, scalp. I'm not saying the price is going to come here. Let's wait. If you look at NASDAQ, by the way, I don't know what's going on, but look, it just wants to go up, and it keeps going up. But let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, so this candle is gonna open now, and let's see if we can be in one of those moves, So the reason why I'm not entering here is because of everything I explained here, yeah? So I'd rather be out of this first. Yeah, so when the price is within these kinds of, let's just call it a consolidation, you have to be careful, yeah? So I'm not participating in this long here. This is normal, because if you have this on the left side here, it often also does this on the right side, yeah, unless there is news or 9:30 New York opening. The same thing can happen here in these areas here. Wait here and see. So if I'm gonna go look for a long in these areas, and I can then manipulate you and say, oh, the price went up here because of support and resistance. Yeah, so that's not how I look at price, but this is an area where I might go long. Let me see. Yeah. Gonna go long here. Not the best entry. So I have a habit of getting in with 2 contracts on my main account. Because on my main account, when the price moves away, I sell 1 contract and then move my stop loss. For example, in these kinds of moves. Yeah. That's why it goes automatically. I always, on my Quant Tower account, I press 2 times. Here as well, I'm not now thinking, shit, I should have let it run. No, I'm just taking the money. And then we look for the next one. And you can do this on NQ, because you see these ticks. You can do this on NQ. On gold, it's going to be difficult. Bitcoin, if you have a good broker, but I'm not going to name some of these companies, but I don't like their spread and their commissions. And again, we're journaling this. You're going to write down. So was not one-on-one, but again, you write down, for example, it hit my TP was this. Where did it go? And so every time you enter, you do this, because you entered here again, this entire move has become invalid. But again, doesn't matter, it's your journal. You can write this down. You could say, you know, 5.6. See, look how small or how big of a difference it is when you enter. You see this? This move here already is a difference of 1 and 1. Eh? Look, 5 to 6. This would be 7. But this is fantasy land now of what we're doing. But I just want to show you what is possible. But even if you would just aim for here, man, nothing wrong with this. You're not going to have these returns by looking at the 1 hour, guys. Stop looking at gaps here and then trying to look for a setup here. The reason why I got out, by the way, is because I wanted the price to come more here. But also, this is a perfect example when you talk in terms of support and resistance. It doesn't even come here, man. Or you might argue, yeah, I'm taking the wicks in consideration, but then I'm going to manipulate you, yeah? You have to take the wicks. And then sometimes people say you have to take the bodies, you know? Every time they have a justification for why you are doing it wrong. And that's not what we do on this channel. We're keeping it real here. I'm doing live trades for you and showing you. And the reason I'm talking is because I want you to understand what I'm thinking. Okay, guys. Hopefully you watched the entire video. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully to see you tomorrow. You can always DM me for small questions, you know. Risk management, psychology. I'm always more than willing to help you guys. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share these videos. Have a good day, and hopefully to see you tomorrow. Bye bye.